welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Williams starting with the pass here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
1st down, here's Swift. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Going on again with Swift. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on fire. But he's still got a year of learning from head coach Kevin O'Connell. Maybe more importantly, watching Sam Darnold's magical season now. And now the ball's in his hands.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throw left side, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. Space past the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Minnesota.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. The screen pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Lofts it deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They They're on the counter with Swift. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. An injury removes Swift from this game. And filling the void left by his departure is Roschon Johnson. Williams with 3rd and long. That's more of the catch out left. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now an inside give to Johnson. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Williams from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And a fair catch made here at the 17. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Ooh, at him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. He keeps it and takes off. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play. And the Vikings.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Vikings hoping to get the scoring started soon. 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Third and long for him here. He sends this one to the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Bears going back on offense just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down, Williams to throw. They set up the screen here to Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. He breaks the tackle, and he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. McCarthy looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing. What are we doing? Hey, you're not quick enough.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Getting out to his left. McCarthy hit, he lost the football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Here's McCarthy to throw. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success, was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's running for it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Bears about set for their next possession. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. On the ground again with Johnson. And he's brought down. They'll spot this one right at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard
Ooh,
line.
I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Williams. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Bears First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Williams to throw on first. Johnson once more. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On play action, here's Williams. He fires one deep down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
And 8 yards
With
to
how
go.
hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's good for another Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They go counter. It's Johnson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Jonathan Allen on
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's second and 11. Looking for a target. And the Vikings rush brings him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears losing by 7. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. He'll throw it. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on fourth down. Desperation time here. Big strike here to Moore. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
The Bears, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Quick slant complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error, just a single yard to go?
Now to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst.
Put the body on the line for his team. And he brings it in. Touchdown, and a big decision coming up for him now. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Coach did not hesitate there. He held up those 2 fingers right away. They're going to try for this win.
will line up for the
They'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play. Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Chicago.